Divine Sunshiners. This is Divine Sunshine. This coming in this with a little kind of sunshine chat with you all about some things that have been brought to me, channeled to me. Um, I had a dream last night that was talking to me about a great historical place here called the Auditorium Theater. And it was saying that it was going to be they told me and showed me energetically that it was going to come down, some crumbling, because there was some infrastructure, some crack line, frayre, or something like hairline, some fracture, that when they do open it back up, that it was going to create a lot of it's going to collapse when it does that, because it hadn't been used, which was interesting. And I woke right on up from that. So which really brought to my attention that again, they was showing me, and I was like, why? And they were telling me, my guides were in my dreams were showing me that how the atoms, which we all know this, and we scientifically can back that up. Again, how the atoms that we have, we know we all made up of atoms, and how every object that we have also is made up of atoms as well. And so from that part on, that like even these inanimate objects that we have, we flow and we exchange. This is what they told me. Our atoms with them as well. And with us, this energy and this synergy, we help to kind of keep these things alive. When we don't use those things, utilize them, again, while it's punching the button, again, from them, what they're showing me is like there's still energy exchange of us doing that while we're working, whether it's our mind giving energy and power to it, or it's going to work, it's going to pop that popcorn in the microwave, or if it's us getting in our car and we start it up, is this energy exchanging that we're expecting it to turn over and to start with that. And when we don't use those things, it's not having an energy exchange of the two things flowing from you being an adamant object to an inanimate object. And I know that that is the theory, that is true, because I know, like at the house that my parents had owned for years, my dad had been there, but once he had passed away and he stopped being in there, the all of a sudden the ceiling from his room, it just fell in. And I know that from appliances. A lot of times, sometimes cars you haven't used for a while, you get that, that, because it's like, oh my God, now you breathing life into me. And that's really what, the word it pretty much was saying, breathing life into things, into life forms. And also what the Native Americans were trying to tell us as well through their beliefs, that again, everything, like the tree, the dog, everything you should respect. It doesn't matter, and I know when I was growing up, I used to say excuse me to chairs and things like that, and that's a practice that I had stopped. Again, me being a sovereign being, coming very clear, I've always had known that, and I would say, oh, excuse me, or even I still do that with the kids, like the past or something, stuffed animal, and I was like, the stuff, the past didn't like the way you handled it today, said you were kind of flipping them up in the air, or like they want to read, they need rest time, and the kids were like, really, what? If I might give inanimate objects like he or she, well, he's not working today, he's acting finicky or whatever like that. That's still me energetically giving credence and understanding that, again, reverence or respect of understanding that this inanimate object does have some form of life that is living in it. And they showed me today by that analogy by the auditorium theater, again, that some of us that we might not have been, once we get back to this normalcy from this isolation in certain things, we're going to have to watch as far as the structure or things and forms as how we come together or we gather, because the auditorium theater here is some place of where we gather, entertainment, those things, those infrastructures of the way. And I think if you think of it from a metaphysical and what's the background of what it means, of looking at it from that standpoint, is that when we do come back together, we've got to watch it, because some of the things that we have foundationally had based upon are not going to be able to withhold us or hold our weight. because again, it was already had a hairline fracture going into it in the first place. We haven't been using it, but once we put this weight on it, we come back to normalcy or whatever it is. A lot of times it's going to cause for this collapse, and it was collapsing by layers, like the balcony, the this, the this, the this. I seen it crashing down, and people were like, ah, and I was just looking and said, oh my God, it's crashing. So again, some things that we have not been in existence or residence or resonated in for a while, we've got to kind of watch it, because again, if we don't kind of inspect it, look at it, and see if it's really able to tolerate us coming back in. Again, if we think about in the atomic or cellular level or things, atomic level of things, they may not be able ready to house those things. And that might be also another reason why Earth is going through this major shifts like this, is to begin to create this newness, the atoms, and how on a molecular level, how we are able to resonate, and how everything is able to have that engagement and entwinement, as we're talking about atoms and cells, and being able to change our different forms from solids to liquids to liquids to gas, which is gas to me is another way as far as spirit, when we're talking about that on that level. And so that's our movement. You know the difference of it, more faster the speed and the movement of things causes us to shift into those different states of matter as well. And so that's what they just brought me, that kind of like lesson there, to saying, right now what matters, how things are appearing, if it's not ready, if we have not intertwined and engaged our energies before, we can't go there expecting it to support our way from the old ways of how it was. We got to kind of go there and inspect it first, see if anything has changed, anything's got to clean or whatever like that, and fix it, and then it will be able to support the weight that we are bringing to the table now. Which I thought was very deep, and for us to really take it to that. I pray that it does not mean anything else, but I have, in me being a highly intuitive empath teacher, I have also been, I've seen that term now called a Cassandra, which is a person who is prophesies. I can't tell you what's going to happen into the future as well on some things, because even here, I told you all on several videos a while back that I had predicted already about what happened to the Mall of America, them having things of water issues there, and also here at the E2 here, I clocked it and I named that as well. With them as a nightclub, and they had people chained up, and they was all pushed up on the window, and I remember I had that nightmare, and I seen everybody pushed up against some glass people, and I didn't know what it was. And I woke up, and the next day it was the E2 things. There's a couple of things that I have said it, either I read in the Bible and I've seen it, and I practiced the Cassandra, being able to prophesy and see from it, and see what's foresight, what's going to happen. And I've told you even on this show several times, I clock times too, so I need to add that on to my title as well, that I am a Cassandra. I seen that today, and I said, oh, okay, that was a Greek goddess who was able to prophesy and visual what's happening in the future as well. Last thing is me doing that. I have been looking and seeing on several sites, especially groups like on Facebook, things like that. I am not loving the energies that I'm seeing that's coming along from the divine feminines and some of the divine masculines. It's more so the divine feminines. I'm not going to throw the divine masculines out there as much. A lot of negativity. It ain't gonna work. I'm not for it. Deuces, he kissed my ass. Things of all that different things. And I don't like like as April Williams says, and I grew up in a metaphysical and non-denominational church, and they've always have told us from jump that you got to watch your words. You got to watch your words. And yeah, I've slipped slide and went back even myself on some things of doing that as well. And I had to watch my words, and I had friends call me on there and say, hey, you said so and so on your show. Is you practicing what you just said? And we do have those moments. But I want to create a support group. A lot of you all have been, it's the more and more we get closer to this thing called union and these towers that we're having. A lot of you all have been calling me individually, asking me about advice on some things and asking me about those things. And what I found is that I want to create a support group called the Sunshine Circle for you all, in which we are like everybody. And I've had three different people that I know that I really do respect them as far as they work. David from Soul Mission, April Williams has told me, Kathy D has told me, and Miss Starline, and Jupiter 1111 has told me. So that's 4 people that told me that I am in the forefront of everything else, and that you all I'm making space and flanking for you all to be able to kind of forward off of my flow, off of my synergy and stuff. And so since I am, like I said, divine sunshine, and we creating with that circle of us chaining up together in this sunshine circle, that I want to create this support group that we all feed off of good energies. Even when we have those people times where we like, I don't know, he did this or that we turn around and flip it and not feed into the fear factor that I'm seeing that's going on in a lot of the support groups that's here. With me and my personality, you all call me coach and whatever, that I'm not. As soon as I hear it, I'm going to stop it right in its tracks. When I hear you say, what'd you say? Okay, now wait. So my thing is, I had people have to call me and say, I call you auntie, because again, I'm gonna get you straight, and after a while you feel empowered and you say, I feel good. She told me by myself I wasn't doing right, but am I thinking about this? But you know what? I left there today feeling empowered. So I want to create this sunshine support group, Sunshine Circle, which is a support group of where we link our energies together as a circle, and have that energies that's transferring from one person from another through Zoom. We're going to do Zoom meetings on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 1 p.m. Central Time. For that, I will do card readings as well for you all, and we will support. We'll give praise ports at the beginning of it, just to keep encouragement, because once you see somebody else is doing it, and it helps you to know rather what you're doing on your mission, something in your life, you did some changes of those things, and it's just $11.11. And I'll put in some other bonuses when Spirit tells me that I need to as well. With that, and we might have some meditations and things of that nature. It's just more so of to talk it out. I found that if you talk it out and you hear things, even with myself and April Williams and Kathy D, we had that synergy, and we see some ascensions from the last time we talked. We come raised up much higher than we were the last time. And we see changes like that. And I've done that even with it wasn't anything that was divine. I had 3 friends, and also and my niece as well. She was a part of it. We had like a mastermind group. And each time we would do it, we would start off with praise and say little affirmations and things of that nature, and then we went on ahead and say what things we wanted to change for the next time. So it's almost based upon that, and we'll do accountability. Did this happen last time when we did it? And we see things raised and had really made major changes. This is almost how the birth of this channel came from that mastermind. So I had to thank my sister and my bestie, and both of them are sisters, both of them are besties, as well, and my niece, for doing that synergy off of that as well. So that helped to create that. So when we do come together, like they say in the Bible, when 2 or 3 gather together, great things happen and occur. And especially we were coming from that and not know war was me and this is happening. I think that we're going to be able just from that to create, even if it's union with ourselves, and we're going to help to create that wave of change for the others as well. So again, go to divineunisols11.co. It's just $11.11, and this is going from May 6th to June 5th. So I thought it was cute because it starts like a reflection. So we should be changed. So we coming in there, May 5th. 5 means change into love. Into when we finish, it should be 6-5, which means love. And we made the change into love. So it's the opposite. So okay, 5, changing for love, and we in love, and because we in love, we have made the change. Okay, so that is my thing on that. I would love for you all. I thank you, Steffi. Love you. She's my first one. I gave her a little free card reading if they messed up and gave her shipping cost. So I don't know why I charged her that, but I gave her a free card reading because she was my first one that had signed up. So I thank you for that as well. So how many of you all signed up? Whatever is spirit led, that you feel that underneath us, that we can synergize through my energy to help you move and coach you on to move on to the next level. I think I can help you all more than me doing individually calls like that as well. And I think if we synergize that way and do our praise reports and we'll put out there what we want to happen next and do accountability from each week that we meet, or each day, because I'm doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Why? Because again, Monday you might feel this way, Wednesday is hump day, something majorly changed, and then Friday it gets you through the weekend, and so before you know it, we'll be flanking off of that energy. So it won't be, I see in maybe about 30 minutes, we'll see where it is, and I don't believe it's going to be an hour, so we'll kind of get into that thing of us flanking and that it's plugging into each other and getting that energy as well for each other. So again, go to divineunisouls11.co. There is called the Sunshine Circle Program. Click on that. It's just $11.11. And again, let's prepare and let's link up together in the circle and be ready and prepared and expecting change in love. Okay, love of ourselves and love that, so it could also prepare us into union. Okay, is there anything else? No, that's all I wanted to come to you and talk about. So as always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascending. Namaste, namago. Love you.